You were inside the Supreme Court. Take us through the prayer that Abhishek Manu Singhvi put forward and the response of the Chief Justice of India.
Well, yes, Gaurav. Today, Senior Advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi appeared for Manish Sisodia and the relief. They basically challenged the FIR that has been filed and also Mr. Sisodia's arrest. And a petition, a writ petition under Article 32 has been was filed before the Supreme Court. This is exactly what the Supreme Court has mentioned, that why an Article 32 petition was filed in the case when alternate reliefs are already available. And why did Mr. Sisodia decide to approach the Supreme Court directly when alternate remedies under the CRPC and before the High Court are available to them? He also asked Mr. Singhvi that all the arguments that he was making with as to whether Mr. Sisodia's arrest was illegal, whether his arrest was required or not required, and all these arguments can be argued and be made before the High Court as well. So what the Supreme Court today, what the Chief Justice of India today has said is that it is true that they have the powers. The Supreme Court definitely has the power to grant the relief. But in this case, Manish Sisodia has alternate remedies, which he should. He also suggested that Mr. Sisodia should approach the High Court and argue the same things that he's arguing here. Because we also saw another comment that came from Justice P.S. Narasimha, who was also on the bench, who said that just because a case is in Delhi does not mean all the cases have to go to the Supreme Court, and if they entertain the case, then it may set a wrong precedence as well. Another important observation was definitely with regard to freedom of speech cases, because Mr. Singhvi had argued that earlier Supreme Court has granted release in cases of other journalists, but the Chief Justice of India remarked that there are certain cases there's some rights. Those particular cases were about freedom of speech and expressions that are exercised by journalists in the country, and there are some rights which are elevated
stay with you for a moment. More reactions
by
coming in of the opposition BJP. Let's quickly listen in.
काम है झूठ बोलना, झूठा प्रचार करना, लेकिन शराब का घोटाला, दिल्ली के युवाओं को नशे में डुबोने का जो काम अरविंद केजरीवाल और उसकी पार्टी कर रही थी, लेकिन अब इस घोटाले से वो बच नहीं पाएंगे और निस्संदेह न्यायालय अपना काम करेगा, न्यायिक एजेंसी अपना काम कर रही है।
इसकी लगाने वाली है, जब कॉन्फ्रेंस करेगी तब का एलिगेशन है बीजेपी पे लगाने वाली है, क्योंकि ये कहा जा रहा लगातार कि अगर रिहाई नहीं होती है तो आप पार्टी प्रदर्शन भी करेगी, और जो कल भी किया था।
लोकतंत्र में प्रदर्शन करना सबका अधिकार है, लेकिन वो क्या आरोप लगाएंगे क्या नहीं लगाएंगे, संभावनाओं पे क्या जवाब देना। लेकिन सबको मालूम है, दिल्ली की जनता का बच्चा बच्चा कह रहा है कि स्कूलों के पास, मंदिरों के पास शराब के ठेके खोलने की जरूरत क्या थी, कमीशन 2% से 12% करने की जरूरत क्या थी, दलाली का पैसा किसके पास जा रहा था, इतने सारे मोबाइल फोन तोड़ने की जरूरत क्या थी। तो ये सब बातें तो मनीष सिसोदिया को बतानी पड़ेंगी।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बोला कि गो टू हाई, ये कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस इसके बैठेंगे।
वो माननीय न्यायालय का निर्णय है, उनको मानना ही चाहिए, मानना भी पड़ेगा।
So the Supreme Court directing Abhishek Manu Singhvi to follow due process of law. Nalini, you were also in court. So did Abhishek Manu Singhvi explain the reason why they approached the Supreme Court directly? The court did say that, of course, they do have powers, but they would use them at an appropriate time. Right now, due process of law should be followed.
Well, Gaurav, what Abhishek Manu Singhvi made out the case, what he said was there was a sense of urgency in this entire case, and along with that, the reason why this case was so important and why they approached the Supreme Court directly is because there are about 18 portfolios of the Delhi government that fall under Manish Sisodia. He is not just the number 2 of the Aam Aadmi Party, a political party, but at the same time, he is also the Deputy Chief Minister of the national capital, and several important aspects of governance are being stalled due to his arrest, which is why it was important for them to try and get some sort of a favorable order from the Supreme Court so that some little relief or respite could come in for the Delhi Deputy CM. But at the same time, the Supreme Court, in very categorical words, saying that if we allow this, it's going to set a bad precedent, because all of the petitions for bail will then directly start coming to the Supreme Court, and there's a proper procedure in place for a reason. It doesn't matter that he is the Deputy CM. He has to follow the proper procedure. First knock on the doors of the Delhi High Court, and in case he does not get any relief from there, he always has the option to appeal before the Supreme Court. But to file an Article 32 petition in the Supreme Court directly without even exhausting any of his other legal remedies is something that the Supreme Court's not going to allow, because that's going to mean that it's going to be an extraordinary circumstance that's going to be created specially for Manish Sisodia.